All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
At this point, my people, sometimes the Spirit always leads the people. In this case, if you remember, when I gave Asale the Kubo the Woto, I was supposed to give this man you are seeing here his own Woto. I was supposed to give Nonso Nkwa some Woto for what I saw that I wasn't happy about. Where I said, when the enemy is after them, they cry out, and the Biafrans, the government of Biafra will come to aid them. We come to sort the problem out. But unfortunately, when they now get back in line with the politicians, they start to mess about again. And while I was analyzing the video of Asale the Kubo, I was told in the spirit to halt in discussing Nonso Nkwa. Today we are hearing that Hope Uzodinma and the rest of them, the Imo State Zupo police and the rest of them, they have arrested or kidnapped Nonso Nkwa. Now at this point, normally, I would have pleaded with my Prime Minister, Ekpa, to step in and do what he will do for every Biafran. But at this point, I will not plead to the Prime Minister because of the video you're about to see here. I will allow our Prime Minister to use his own discretion. I will not come out in public to plead for the intervention of our Biafran government for this man you see here. All because of this video that you're about to listen to. As the saying goes, Agawanti, Ntagana, Ingbeogeshi, Ntagana. It means, for those who don't understand Igbo, it means when you tell the ear, when you tell somebody, you tell the ear, you warn the ear, and the ear refused to listen. Because the primary role of an ear or the ear is to listen. When you tell the ear, the ear refused to listen. When it happen, when yawa go gas, the ear go have to listen. If you're with me, I want us to break this video down. And you will see why I was angry with this guy to an extent. And you also see why what is happening now was destined to happen. At this point, I would say, allow the dead to bury the dead. Yes, Nonso Nkwa has been kidnapped. Allow the dead to bury the dead. If you're ready, let's break this video down. This video you're about to see, this guy, despite we have helped him when he called or he raised, the awareness about what happened in Imo State, the so-called IDP camp and the rest. I want us to hear this video. After we don't give the zoo government, the government of Hope Uzodinma water. After we go there, go make sure, say, that thing when they call IDP camp, that they want to do IT, it was no more. This man now later went to discuss with the governors. He went for some meeting, and he was now changing his language. It didn't vex me. So if we're not ready, make we hear when this boy they change in language. He begin to do pali. He begin talk, say what they are building or the so-called IT school might be a good thing. It might be a good thing. My people, if you're not ready, make una hear this one. This one ain't vex me. And after this video, I will now play the video of our Prime Minister where he made some very, very important message that we must listen to. If you are ready for the last time, let's go there. Listen. Listen.
Asim kam no reaction from the video the TVC news post to wopano eba kwuru na the National Open University Study Center enwere n'Imo State no na member no na ya ejizie emelu IDP training camp training center.
Okay.
So I expatiated more on it. Exactly.
Wait, oh, people, this was before he was kidnapped, though. Some few days. Because sometimes a man must stand on principles. I don't care if you are going against the governor of the old Imo State. You must stand on your principles. So make una hear the way this guy changed mouth. This video vexed me. I vex well for this video. Listen.
The former senator Kibwe Zone said the quorum press release, which I have already posted in this page. Of course, Obrone follow today. The first thing post through today press release. Obrone goy of Magodaya. Na onwe hu the IDP ageshinugu namba gugu put at Imo State. No mistake the reporter. Na the reporter made mistake. Je were picture nde IDP namba gugu tinye na picture news ana go Imo State. So no mistake the reporter of TVC News. So kainye have benefit of doubt.
Okay.
Kai kwete no ezioku. Ama mi hemje kwe kanyi kwete no ezioku. Ebe ha pụtago si mba na onwe ihe dị otu ahụ dị no na onwe hụ ka a ga-esi si na mgbago ugwu kpọrụ ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ kpọdatara anyị n'Imo steeti because n'Imo steeti anyị nwekwuru ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ n'Izombe anyị nwere ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ọha ji egbe ma anyị nwere ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ọsụ hite ụkwa ụmụta nze okporo ọlụ anyị nwecha ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ebe a ọka igwe na onwe ya ehime mba nọ na onwe ya anyị nwecha ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ so achọkwa ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ma ndị refeju anyị nwere ihe n'Imo steeti. So according to ihe senator kwuru ọ sị na maka ndị Imo nọ ndị Imo ka a ga-enye that training.
Listen.
Ya ihe o kwuru nọ ndị Imo ka a ga-enye training a na ọ bụghị ndị ugwu ka a ga-esi na mgbago ugwu kpọdatara anyị n'Imo si ka enyebe ya training nọ ndị Imo especially ndị ihe a metụtara ma ebe a gbara ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ ma ebe e nwere unknown gunmen ma ebe ndị ihe niile ndị gbara ọsọ na this and that nọ ebe ahụ bụ ebe ndị Imo ga-anọ enye ha training.
Listen.
Anyị wee nabata ya ka nke ahụ na-egwu Commissioner Senior Commissioner for Information Emelumba Emeluha wee buru bata 18 onwere ka Emelumba si kọwarụ ndị Imo anything about the IDP training center.
Okay.
Before ihe si Abuja rute Imo State, it behoves on the government on ground to sensitize the people. Na this governance in Imo State ndị amara ihe enweghị ihe ndị achị na ọchịchị. I keep saying it.
Okay.
Enweghị ihe ndị ama from onye isi ha to onye ọdụ ha enweghị ihe ama governance. I'm telling you. Normally, all ha kwesịrị sensitize ndị Imo before federal government ekwuwe
psychology. Yes.
Ha kwesịrị sensitize anyị si anyị ụmụnna na amakwa otu ebe a sịrị dị onye ọbụla otu dị ede ngwanekwe ihe a na-achọ ime na ehime mba nnọ na ọkwa ndị refere ju otarisha ndị refere ju ndị nke Imo State ndị train ebe ahụ anyị adịgo that way so that that video pụtazia we can now know how to do what accept it.
Hey, hold it there. Hold it there. We cannot know how to accept it. Oh my God, okay. Because Igbo language is one of the languages of the Biafran nation. A beautiful language that not all Biafrans can comprehend to a functioning level where you can say somebody is efficient in the Igbo language. And also because I do have international audience all across the whole world listening to my voice, watching my program, I will break this video down in English. just so that you all will see what we keep on saying. We in the government, the Biafra Republic government, every time we step in, I'm saying we because the government belongs to us, government of the people, by the people, for the people are responsible for the government. Whenever we step out of our busy schedule to help out somebody who is a politician in Nigeria, somebody who is a Biafran by nature, Biafran by birth, but they believe in Nigeria to an extent. Whenever they are under the attack of the Zoo government, the might of the Nigerian Zoo government, a governor, a senator, or even the military or the police. Whenever our prime minister steps in, whenever the cabinet go beyond their boundary to make sure they speak out in solidarity to ask that Zoo government to release our citizen, a Biafran citizen. Whenever we do that, these men get freed, they get released. But just then, they fall into the temptation of trying to party around, become friends of the politicians, or cajoled into doing the bid of the politicians, just so as to insult the integrity of our prime minister, our government, and also to take away the shine of the Biafra Republic government in exile. So when we spoke and took action in that nonsense they were doing in Imo State, when the people of the old Imo State, the Biafra government, the BLA, they went and said, no, we will not accept any nonsense you call an IDP camp in Imo State. This gentleman was one of those that cried out in the social media. He told us what was happening in Imo State. And just then our prime minister came out and declared that we shall not welcome any so-called refugee in Imo State. And before you knew it, within 48 hours, the so-called IDP camp was no more. But suddenly, this same man you are seeing here, Nkwa, went back to discuss with the stakeholders, some of the stakeholders in Governor Hope Uzodimma's cabinet. And before you know it, he is now in a quagmire. He is now in a very big trouble because he went back to dine with the devil. As the saying goes, when you want to dine with the devil, you must dine with a long spoon. But unfortunately, Nonso was tricked by the governor to have a discussion with somebody they call Frank Ibeziem, who pretended as if all was well. And he told Nonso to make this video that you just listened to. And afterwards, Nonso again discussed with the commissioner, somebody known as Ebelumba. I believe that's his name. And at the moment he felt more settled, he now thought he had a mutual understanding with the Governor Hope Uzodimma's government. They struck. The government struck. And today, this gentleman you're seeing here, Nonso, has been kidnapped. He was kidnapped for 12 hours. Nobody knew his whereabouts until his family, his loved ones, his siblings cried out. It is now in the social media. And suddenly, the government of the old Imo State, has asked the police to take ownership as we speak when it comes to the whereabouts of Nkwa. But this video you just listened to, or for those who I will translate it to, this was the beginning of the problem of this man. He went back to the enemy. He went back to do politics with the enemy. And they got him. So am I in a position now to come out again as a Biafran and speak for the release of this man? Or should I, with my position, plead with our Prime Minister and his cabinet to come out once again and declare that Nonso must be released? That's the quagmire I find myself. I'm in a dilemma. Damn you if you do, damn you if you don't. In the case of this man, he went back to the enemy. After he exposed them, what they were about to do in Imo State, he went back to the enemy. He was discussing with some, people in the government of that criminal, a man known as Frank Ibeziem, and a commissioner known as Ebelumba. This is the problem I have with these guys who are one leg in Biafra and one leg in Nigeria. They want to win from both sides. As the saying goes, you cannot eat your cake and have it. You can't eat your cake and have it at the same time. You can't be at two places at the same time. This is the law of physics, I believe. My people, let's break this down. This was the video that set this guy up. They set him up with this video. Because what he said here was to go against his initial video that raised the alarm about what was about to happen in Imo State. Without any much further ado, let us break down this man's video. Listen. Okay.
Asim kam no reaction from the video the TVC news post to wopano eba kwuru na the National Open University Study Center enwere n'Imo State no na ehime mba no na ya ejizi emelu IDP training camp.
Hold it there. He said he has come out to give us a reaction. I would say a new reaction or an update of the said university in Imo State, the open campus, which the Zoo government want to use to create an IDP camp. He has come now to give us an update. His previous video is something else, where he said that the way things are. But now he has come with a new update. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen.
So I expatiated more on it.
Wait, first I beg my brother, hold it there. He said in the initial video where, it was said in English by TVC News. So what he did was to expatiate on that video by speaking in our local dialect, the Igbo language, in order to reach the grassroots. Because as we all know, to an extent, Lord have mercy, to an extent, most of the people in the grassroots will not understand what they are saying when it is said in English. So it was better for them to have a perfect understanding of this new thing coming this IDP camp that is coming to Imo State. It was said in English because they are from the local, they may not understand it. So it is always good to break it down in the mother tongue. So when I heard this, I was happy. I was like, okay, let me see what this guy is up to. Let me see what he's up to again. Let's continue. Listen.
Frank Ibezim, the former senator of Kibwe Zone, said the Quorum press release, which I have already posted in this page.
Okay, hold it now. He now said a man called Frank Ibezim later called him and gave him a press release. Gave him a press release to report, which he has placed or posted on his platform. Things starts to get very, very interested from this stage. My people, this man called Frank Ibezim, go and do your research about this man, and it will blow your mind. When I heard that name, there was a red flag. Why would this boy or this man here, Nonso Nkwa, who exposed the government, suddenly he's saying that somebody called Frank Ibezim came to him, gave him something to release, a press release, to give the version of the government of the old Imo State. They gave him a press release from government house of the old Imo State. A press release by Governor Hope Uzodinma from the old Imo State. I need to break it down. Let it sink in. Let it marinate in your mind, body, and soul. It became interesting the moment I heard this man's name, saying that the man gave him a press release, which means he was ordered to do it, or there was a partnership, a mutual understanding. They've been having some meetings which I know about. Nonso Nkwa and this man and some other guys have been having meeting. He was invited to a meeting. Then later they gave him a press release, which has released in all the platforms. That press release was a 419. They are saying that, oh no, that building, the school is for the Imo light. Now Imo getamo, the IDP camp is for Imo. It's only the indigenes of Imo State. Blah, 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 blah. Absolute nonsense and bullshit. But I'll fall back. Let's continue. Listen.
So I follow today. The first thing post through today. Press release. You abone go of my go there. You got kuru. Na onwe ho the IDP ageshinugu number Google e put at Imo State. No mistake the reporter. Na reporter made mistake. Je were picture the IDP number Google. Tinye na picture news and Imo State.
Hold on there, I beg. He said that press release was the first thing he released and posted on all his platforms. So if you check his platform, you will see it there. Also, that there was clarity made that the TV station owned by Tinubu, that the newscaster made a mistake by putting the pictures of IDP campers from the Fulani Cabal in the north. When they were discussing IDP in Imo State, the newscaster mistakenly put pictures. Oh my God, very childish stuff. Hey, God have mercy. A local, you see, a 419er will always be a 419er. Hope of them, man, we know him as a 419er. Now, he used a petty 419 for this boy, and this boy fell for it. He went back to swallow his word. He ate his words. You trusted the devil. You went back and had a meeting with the devil. You ate from the same plate with the devil with a short spoon. So with this now, you have tarnished your credibility. And afterwards, in less than 72 hours, they have now kidnapped you. The same people. But let's fall back. Let us hear what this man is saying. He's saying that the newscaster of TVC News, the lady who broke that news that day, that the lady made a mistake by putting the pictures or the videos of the IDP campers from the north. That what they were supposed to do was to put the IDP campers from Imo State. So it was a mistake, and the press release has helped to clarify that mistake. You see why I say when you work with these guys who are one leg in Nigeria, one leg in Biafra, there is always a problem. Just yesterday, we heard Peter Obi praising Gowon, somebody that we have declared he must not die. He must remain alive. Gowon must not die. He must remain alive. Even that cancer eating him will not kill him. That sickness he has in his body that made him to run to England, it will not kill him until 2nd of December. That same man is this person that Peter Obi went to thank, praise him, call him God sent. A man that declared war on Biafra. A man that buried more than 7 million children, people in Biafra land. Is the same person Peter Obi went to thank, to bless him on his birthday. Ogodondu, you are giving him more life, blessing him. Peter Obi, there are some few things you must just let go. Don't get involved in everything. Be clever. You have to be clever. I want to believe you are clever. Not be everything you see, you will choke them out. There are some things you wash your hands away, because with the Biafran, we see that man go one as the end all and be all, the beginning of our problem in that so-called Nigeria. Because he could have averted the nonsense that happened to our people, the massacre that happened to our people, the genocide that happened to our people. When he went to Aburi and as a coward, he agreed to all the itineraries that were discussed in that meeting. But at the end, he came back to the zoo government and he broke that zoo called Nigeria into 12 states. And said, now no more regions. Everybody now is answerable to the center. I digress. But Peter Obi and people like this is the mistake they make. This is the mistake people like this they make. When they have one leg in Nigeria and the other leg in Biafra. It means they are neutral, they are non-aligned. They want to enjoy from both sides. The best of both worlds. They want to enjoy the best of both worlds. I digress. Let's continue. Listen. Very, very sad, but let's just continue.
In a reporter of TVC News. So,
listen.
Can you have benefit of doubt?
Boom! Hold it, wait. Now he's saying we should give the Imo State government the benefit of doubt. That their intention of the so-called IDP camp was not to bring in the so-called IDP campers from the north. Let us give them the benefit of doubt. Let us agree that it was a mistake by TVC News. That language alone, I was hot in my spirit. That this guy stooped that low to say we should give the government of Hope Uzodimma, a murderer of his people, a criminal, a man who is in bed with the caliphate, we should give them the benefit of doubt and agree that the mistake was done by TVC News. First of all, you should know in a TV program, the newscaster, all her own role is to read from the teleprompter. There is someone they call a programmer, a researcher. They have done all the research. They have gotten the videos. They have queued in all the videos. As she is reading, they are bringing out the videos that they've queued in. The reporter has no business with the video that was playing. We know what they were saying. We know the interview given by that man, the UN guy that came there and said they have gone through the whole thing, they've inspected it, and it is up to standard. And those from the IDP camp, they will be relocated all across the country to Imo State. We heard that interview with our own ears. But today, Nonso Nkwa is saying that let us give the government of Hope Uzodinma the benefit of doubt. Hey! My God, have mercy. Because he had a discussion with Frank Ibeziem. Let's continue. Listen, no, this is the problem I have with those who are one leg in Nigeria, one leg in Biafra. One day, before this, in fact, before the 2nd of December, all these guys may have to choose. Because we don't need everybody. We cannot save everybody. Those that want to belong in Nigeria and do their politics, let them say so. From 2nd of December, if you love Nigeria and you believe in Nigeria, you are a politician. When Biafra comes, you remain there. Because this is the problem we are having. 1 minute, they are speaking for Biafra. Next minute, they are speaking without their same mouth for the government. He's saying we should give them the benefit of doubt. Hi, Lord. I can't believe this. Let's continue. Boom! Wait there. Let us agree it is the truth that the government are saying. I'm so angry about, I'm so vexed, but I will try to stay calm. I am really, really vexed about this. That we came out in support of this guy. We spoke out and things happened because we wanted to help this guy. We listened to his cry when he came out to cry in the first video about what was to come on the people of Imo State. We cried. We heard his cry. We came out. And things happened. But today, he's now saying we should agree with the government of Imo State. Oh, sweet Jesus, have mercy. Take it back.